Ooh, wait, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. So, a little something. I've been doing this keto diet before we get started here, and I gotta say, I am officially a bunch of weight down. I went from 250 to 230, and it's been less than 2 weeks. You can see where it's going in less than 2 weeks. Not so bad. I'm not gonna do this whole video shirtless because some of you would vomit, but the keto diet, it works. It works, man. I mean, getting there, boy. I'm getting back in the saddle. So let's put on a shirt and go over this video. All right, so now that your bile has left the body after having to see this mess, let's go over to today's video. We are talking about dbad knives. So I'm talking about not just all the knives I've designed, not just all the knives I've made, because you know that I designed one that was done by Jed Hornbeak, the great. And if you haven't gone over to my Facebook or have seen actually I'll post it below. We are at 1,888 so far. Our goal is 2,000 for the GoFundMe for his the loss in his family, how he lost his wife. So go down the link. Let's try and get to the 2,000, guys. Whatever we end up with, I'm just going to round up anyway. But this is all I'm asking of you. All right. So what I'm doing is, so it's none of those knives. None of the knives I've hand forged here. All the knives we're testing today are simply the Kukri House made, KHHI, Nepal. So any blade that has been forged, let me put this back in there, from the Kukri House is what we're going over. So, well, let's start with this one, the little big man. We are going to test this one. Now, this is a cutting video, and the reason I'm doing this cutting video is because somebody just sent me a video that was sent to them from the Kukri House where they made a brand new one of these, and right before they did the final polishing, I guess either the guy wanted to know or they just wanted to show how tough this thing is. Right, this is my dbad Mission 3, the Rambo 3 redesign, way better than the original. And what they did is they took buffalo, like a horn, a buffalo's horn, and which is 10 times harder than wood, and they just chopped at it. Bah, 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 bah. Just slamming the blade. Then they took a piece of really good hardwood and just started demolishing it. Then they showed up the blade. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no folds. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm actually going to add that video into here. I'm going to actually film it from my computer because I don't know how to get it from the computer to the phone, or bring the phone to the computer. I have no idea. I shoot all my videos with a freaking cell phone. So so that's what we're going to do. So of all the blades tested, we're gonna cut with 10 of them today. We're gonna hit a couple different things, maybe go through some tire or whatever. But I just want to show you the toughness of these knives. Now, I don't think I have put a new edge on any of my knives, on any of my Kukri House knives yet. Kukri House knives yet. I have not had to reprofile anything. I don't even think I've really honed many. I think the only one I've taken a ceramic rod to, maybe the Campmaster and the Preacher. That's it. This big guy right here. I think this is the only one I've actually really honed, where the Campmaster may have been. So 10 knives. We have the Preacher. We have the dbad Little Big Man. Remember, all these are for sale now at www.thekukrihouse.com. Go into categories, dbad creations, and you will find them. The dbad Mission 3, a Rambo blade. So then we are going to show you the newest one to the bunch. This is the Gator Tail, the dbad Gator Tail, the Crocodile Dundee Rebirth, the redesign. I live in a place where we get 100% humidity almost daily. Right now, it's about 90% humidity. It's not even noontime yet. It's just nasty humid. So all these very high carbon, between 52-100, there's one right there, and most of them are 5160 like this one, and those 5160, and that means they rust easy. right? Well, I live in a very humid area. If you take care of your blades, you will not get rusting. You will not see a single spot ounce of rust on this thing. This is the dbad John J tribute, my Rambo tribute made of 4 different Rambo knife designs all into one. So, speaking of Rambo, we will go through the dbad Mission 4. Gosh, I love this knife. Gosh, I love this knife. That's just a beast. So we're going to cut something with that. And I don't know what we're going to cut. I'm just going to go. I have a couple things in mind, but we're going to go over. So then there's going to be the dbad War Machine, the one that puts, hold on a second, this familiar face to shame. It just puts it to shame. Now, the reason this is out here, and this is a brand new knife, out of the box, brand spanking new, because I say all the time that, oh man, my preacher, man, I could cut a knife in half with that thing. And I got some guy saying, oh, put your money where your mouth is. Blah, blah, you always say that. It's bullshit, da da da. Well, I'm going to cut one in half. At least we're going to try. So that's why that knife is out here. So we are doing the dbad. Whoa, you guys almost dropped. The dbad War Machine. Oh, I love this one. This is becoming one of my favorites. We are doing, I just got one of these for my brother because he wanted one so bad. It's his favorite knife in my collection, the dbad Campmaster. Gosh, this thing is ultimate comfort in the hand. I'm talking ultimate comfort in the hand. So we have that. We have, I think, the second knife I did, second or third. Woo! Look at the drop from this tip. Normally, here's center right here. Normally your tip is going to be around center, above, and maybe slightly below. Look at the drop, how far below center. Center of this knife is where the ricasso is. That's insane, it's below it. So this is the Oef Defender. This thing is made to be a fighting knife, and it will do every bit of that. So the dbad Oef Defender. And last, but by far not the least, because it's the biggest, woo! The dbad Old War Bowie. Look at that stunning work of art. This thing is crazy. So now, in production right now and as we speak is the dbad Mission 6, which is the Heartstopper. You know the one. It's going to be the best redesign of the Heartstopper anywhere on the planet. Also, in production, I brought you guys a dirk that belonged to Arizona Bladesman that he had me design for him, and he sent to the Kukri house to have it made. I loved it so much, I said, I need a freaking dirk in my life because his was amazing. I did a redesign on the dirk from his dirk. It's the same blade without the scalloping on the top. Same exact blade, size and shape and material. What I did differently is the grip, because here's the thing. Arizona Bladesman came to me with a pencil sketch and he said, hey man, can you turn this into a reality? I said, abso-freaking-lutely. I did it. That's his blade. If he wants somebody else to be able to have his blade, then you can go to Arizona Bladesman and say, hey, can I have that design that dbad sent you so I can have one made? He will do it because he's such a good guy. But my production piece is going to be out, you know, however long it's going to take him to get it done, because they're doing 2 knives right now for production pieces. And then wait till you see what comes next, guys. It's just crazy. So I think what I'm going to start with is we are going to go and I'm going to play the video of these guys smashing the dbad Mission 3 on freaking buffalo horn, hard buffalo horn. And you're going to see really how tough this thing is. And then I'm going to show you real life. Oh, what's in your pocket today? All right, well, like every single day, Combat Troodon. That's with me right now. Actually, I'm carrying, even though I just took it off, the dbad Little Big Man is with me today. And, well, I mean, you got to have some cold steel in your life. So I am carrying the one-all, do-all version of the XL Espada, the carbon fiber model that everybody wishes they had, because it's all that and a bag of freaking Doritos. Now, it does take mammoth ass strength to crack the lock to fold it back, but I'll tell you what, I'd rather struggle putting it, you know, having to fold it back, trying to get it over my belt. And I'm going to show you how it hangs, actually. Then, you know, have one that's going to close on me accidentally. So hold on, let's bring you down here. Let's bring it down here. So this is, you can just see it right there. That's hanging from the belt. When I put it in the pocket, it just disappears. It's gone. But I'm hanging it. So here I am with this big hefty blade right there, and it sits really, really well. I could reposition it so you can't even see it in the shirt. I mean, just a small, when I put it directly on the hip, obviously that's the farthest point of the body it's sticking out. So you could see it right there. You can see it in the shirt right here because it hides. You cannot, it's gone. So, and the farther back you go, the shirt actually covers it. So, boop, walking around with a pocket sword and nobody even knows it's there. All right, let's go look at that video. All right, so here we go. This guy right here, True Gurkha, this is one of the guys that is out there making these knives. You can clearly see that he is using my dbad Mission 3. And you can clearly see that nasty horn that he has. And he was just going to town on this horn. This blade edge is beautiful. He just shows it over and over again. There's no folds, there's no creases, there's no dents, dings, breaks, or cracks. The thing is just tough as nails. What's he hitting now? What's he hitting now? So then he takes this big piece of hard whatever it is. I don't even know what kind of wood that is. But you'll see how hard it is. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Dust is flying out of it. It's just a beast. So he goes through, I mean, after battling horn, and I think I started the video a little too late, but I mean, smashing on buffalo horn and then tearing through this stuff, man alive, that knife is no joke. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. They are just having fun. You hear that sound in the background? You know what that is? dbad knives being made, I bet. Either that or just the greatest kukris in the world. So I'm not going to make you sit here and watch the forever amount of this, but holy crap, you guys get the gist. Oh, look at that. Wait. Just before he finishes, he decides to show a close-up. It's just awesome, man. All right, so I have gathered a bunch of stuff to go through. One thing I forgot about in my pocket is my torch from Brody over at the Cycle Shack. I mean, Cycle Shack. That's actually a motorcycle place. At the Chainsaw Shack. Brody at the Chainsaw Shack gave me that, so that's... I brought out a bunch of stuff. A bunch of stuff that, you know, if you're out with your knife and you need to survive in the wild, the stuff you might find, well, in the wild if you live near a big city. So I got a broken chainsaw. What is going on with me? I have a broken wheelbarrow. That's the same as a chainsaw. That one of the trees fell on. We have a really nice hard piece of sycamore. I brought out a water bottle. We got an extension cord, but not just an extension cord. It's the really very expensive ones that Shelly ended up hitting with the hedge trimmer on accident and ruined my brand new expensive cord. So I have a tire. We have some leather saddlebags. And, you know, we have enough stuff to hit. And obviously, we have the knife. So first things first is I want to go through this just to show you that I didn't pre-damage anything or break this knife on purpose. So I'm not cheating or anything like that with a bad blade. Ooh, yeah. So, I mean, it's a real knife. It's a real knife, baby. So that's what we're gonna get to work with there. I have to think about how I want to do it, because if, let's say, I did this and I chopped it, what's to say that a piece of this isn't going to flip around and hit me in the eyeball? I don't know. Well, why don't we just get that started then? I'm going to use the dbad Preacher. and I'm going to see if hitting this is A, going to break it in half, and B, if it's going to cut my face open. So let's prepare ourselves for that. I'm even going to try and maybe that's what I'll do. I'll stab into it. I don't know if I have enough there to make the difference. Ugh. Oh, wow. I think I gave it like a half swing because I was a little nervous. Let's try that again. I'm wondering if this thing's going to really come back and get me. Ugh. Let's see. Let's see what kind of damage. It's a tough knife. It's a tough knife. But I know I can get through because, let's see. I'm so freaking nervous. All right, here we go. Oh, man, I'm nervous. Oh, okay, I knew a piece hit me. Broke in half. It broke in half. So now one knife becomes two. And I say all the time, man, I could cut a knife in half with my preacher. Put your money where your mouth is. Money spent. Mouth observed. How's that? How's that for a badass piece? A badass piece. And I did get like a little tiny fold right here from chopping a knife. So I haven't sharpened this yet, so that'll be a good reason to sharpen it. You can see it right there. I can actually feel it with my finger. Little fold from chopping through a knife with the preacher. Now, if you want to see how tough this preacher is, go over to Scab, Choir Boys Cutlery. Scab uses his preacher more than anybody on the planet. It has gone through more things than anybody on the planet has ever put one through. But I don't think he's ever chopped a knife in half with his. So, all right, Scabber, I got you on one. All right, so there you go. I had faith that I could chop a knife in half with my preacher. I did it. I freaking did it. All right, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Now when I sharpen it, it's actually going to have a reason. It's going to have a reason and a need. Okay, so let's get into something. You know where I think I hit the where I hit that little fold is on the handguard. I think that's what I did. Is I hit the handguard of the knife. Oh, I got all these little leather pieces falling off now, and I think that's where I caught it. Either that or it went straight through some of this leather and right onto the steel. All this beautiful stacked leather. Woo, man, that was really cool. All right, so let's get on to the next one. I know it's a cutting stuff, but we're still going to do a water bottle. We're still going to do a water bottle because nothing says fun like swatting a water bottle. Should have taken that last because now my area is soaked. So, but you could see that it was very, very clean, the cut. Ugh. And that is the dbad Old War buoy. Let's see if we can't come down in this plastic. It's light so it'll move, and it's light so it'll fold. So you got to hit it right. Woo! Look at that. That's about a half swing. You can see how far it cut into it. Let's see. That is serious knifing. That is serious knifing right there. Obviously, something like that isn't going to put a dent in this thing. I mean, not even close. Not even close. It's just, I mean, that's awesome. That is just awesome. So, let's see what else we have here to have fun with. Ooh, hey, what about this? All right, well, we got some hard Sycamore. Let's play with it. Let's play with it. Let's put this one down for a moment. Can't put it in the sheath because now it's got all water on it. I'm just going to hammer this straight into it. Ugh. Man, It cracked all the way down here. This is a serious piece of wood. If you don't know these trees, you don't know this wood. This is serious wood. Ugh. And I am swinging at it. Ugh. Oh man, that's a thick piece of steel too. That is a thick piece of steel. Let's do it again. Ugh. Man, I am not a weak guy, I'll tell you that. Ugh. Wow. Ugh. All right, so obviously we are having 0 edge damage, especially going this way with the grain. Well, let's go against it on something hard. Ugh. 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 Nothing. There's a lot of cuts in here. Nothing on here. Ugh. 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 Damage points there. No damage points there. Man. KHHI. The Kukri house in Nepal. When they build them right. Man, I just swung the hell out of that too. I don't usually swing that hard because I usually like to let the knife do the work. I have no idea what I did with the sheath. I have sheathed this. Here it is. So let's get to the next piece. What do you say? What do you say, hey? All right, where's that cut? Let's find where she broke my, here we go, I see it. My extension cord, she caught it while she was using it. Luckily, it arced out and she didn't get zapped. All right, so, well, we need to get rid of this piece and this piece so I can put them together and make a new cord. How are we gonna do that? Well, let's break out the Oef Defender. It's a fighting knife, not a chopping knife. But we'll see what happens if somebody's wearing a cord for defensive purposes. Not only did it go through the cord, through all 3 levels, plus the rubber outside, but it buried itself more than halfway through the blade. All right, so let's see. Going through the wire. No, nothing, of course. Of course. Okay, what did I do with that end now? I lost it. And of course, there it is. I see it. Let's take off the rest of that piece there. I went a lot softer on the swing. And you can see it was no freaking problem. So now I have 2 cords. So anything at all, I mean, you can't even feel where it may have hit. Like, not at all. There's nothing indicating that I just used this knife. Not so bad. Not so bad. All right, let's go with the saddlebags. These are thick leather saddlebags, multiple layers because it's a bag. And let's take out the little big man. Let's take out the little big man. We're going to do a downward. Ugh. Man, that knife is serious. You want to know how serious it is? Ask the Shredders channel, because Papa John got himself one of these. Look how far that thing went through the wood after that. And this is not a pancake blade. That is a full 1/4 inch blade on this little bugger. Full. Let's see. Now, it's not a chopper, but I'm going to see if I can chop the strap. Dude, I just chopped with a little tiny blade. All right. They say you can't do that. They say, look how clean it is. They say you can't do that with a little blade. Little blades aren't chopping blades. There's not enough momentum. Well, when you get a 1/4 inch thick on this little bugger, it's going to happen. Bam. Buried in the wood. Chopped in 2 pieces. The dbad little big man. This is why this is my EDC fixed blade 90% of the time. I do alternate between a few others, like my Proelia and my Hen and Roosters, stuff like that. This is by far and away my favorite. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blades to use. Woo! Man, I say we stab that wheelbarrow. We're gonna use the dbad War Machine. Let's go through the wheelbarrow. Oh, no freaking problem. Ugh. No problem. No problem. I wanted to use this because it's got a clip point, so you know if you're going to damage a point, it's going to be on a clip point from stabbing into very hard plastic. And I'm going to go right here on the knuckle, basically where it folds. That's the hardest part. No problem. Ugh. Let's see if we can't open that up. Look at that, man. That is no problem. I'm going to hit this too. The handle is obviously hardwood. You know that they make handles hard because they have to be used for hard use. Oh, I just broke it from its hinge. But let's see, I'm trying to see if I can feel where I hit it, and I cannot, because this knife is awesome. It is awesome. You can see the paint from the handle on the edge. That's the only way I'd know where I hit it from. Whew. Man, I am sweating, guys. It is humid as hell out here, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's get to the Campmaster. Let's get to the Campmaster. This one I use by far the most. I mean, you can see this one is in the field. Let's see if we can't get a nice chop on the leather going up and down. That angle, no problem. Doesn't matter. Just goes right through it. Right through it. Why? Because it's my Campmaster. And it's made to be able to master all my camp tasks. Right? It's made to be able to get me my firewood. It's made for me to be able to process my firewood. It's made for be able to make my tent spikes and my pit spikes and things like that. It's made for maybe, you know, to make my pieces for protection out there. But, you know, mainly it's for my firewood. It's for my firewood out there, and if I'm catching a fish and I need to take off the head or anything like that, this is what I use for all of those purposes. It's my camp, basically my camp kitchen knife and my camp build knife, right? So that's what this guy is. And it's awesome. It's awesome. You want to know how badass this one is? My brother Chad just got his. It's his favorite knife. It's his favorite fixed blade knife on the planet. He loves it. He put it in his hand the first time and he said, I want one. I got him one. That is just serious, man. It is serious. Let's see if we can't just do a downward cut and open this thing up. That one I hit way up here on the ricasso. Let's try to get a little better swing than that. Oh, man, that is hard. Wow, put a nice cut in there. On this fold, that is hard to hit because it caves in when you hit it. Wow, that is difficult. Let's do some more. That's really good hitting like a hard leather on the edge of your knife because that's going to dull a knife real fast. But you can see, I mean, it's opening it up. Cut, cut, cut. But the problem is every time I hit it, it caves in. So for it to be even making a cut, that's really, really nice. I mean, look at that. I don't know if you can see it right here. Look at that. All the way up and down that cut. Man, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. This thing is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. That's 2 plies of leather right there. Insane. And buried itself into the wood. Let's see. Can I feel anything? I can't feel any points of use. Bam. I don't know if I've honed this one. I think this is the natural edge. And this one gets a lot of use. Not as much as the little big man, but this one gets a lot of use. Between the little big man, the preacher, the war machine, those things are used frequently. All right, so one of the ones you guys have been waiting for. Let's see if this one can cut through the folded area of the bag where you can see what it looks like. Let's see, the John Jay Tribute. It's a holy snot rag. Look at that. It went through all the folds up top where they pinch together and fold, straight through and through the 3 levels of leather on the bottom. I think you guys can see that. serious. Serious. And nothing showing that it even took a shot. Let's see. I think I hit you guys. Man, look at that. All that's on there is pieces of wood, but there's no edge damage there. There's no edge damage there. The thing is, when I design a knife, they are quality wall hangers. You could put this on a wall anywhere. You could put this on a wall anywhere and have people come over and be completely in awe at what they're looking at hanging up there. But that's not what they're designed to use. They're designed to be tough as nails. And wow, that was pretty good. Tough as nails and take any kind of punishment you could dish out. That's what I want my dbad knives to be. That's what the Kukri house in Nepal specializes in. People say, oh, how come you don't make them in the States, blah, blah, blah. First of all, I already know that the Gurkhas have been doing this for a jillion years, and this is what they're good at. This is what they know. These guys are knife makers. So I know that no matter what, I'm getting a 100% quality product. Outside of that, they are affordable. These knives, there isn't a single one of these is over 200 bucks. Not a single one. And a couple of them are under $100. Under $100 for these knives. This guy right here that you just watched chop a knife in half sells for $99. Look at this. This is the only knife like this in the world. This is it. The Preacher is the only one. $99. Guys, that's insane. All right, well, I got two of the bigger ones for last. Ugh. So let's bring over the tire here. And I'm probably going to get all nastified because there's water in the bottom. So I'm pretty sure when I stab at this thing, I'm going to get all jacked up. The newest one, the Crocodile Dundee blade. Oh, yeah, the dbad gator tail. Let's just see if we can take a swat. Oh, so don't want this water coming at me. Wow, I put a nice cut in the tire. Ugh. 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 You want to find out how to dull a blade? Hit a steel belted tire a few times. Ugh. Look at the chunk it just took out of that tire. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll have to show you. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, Moses. Ugh. 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 Wow. Pieces of tire are flying off. Guys, these are made for roads, to be able to run over things. You could run over those metal spikes that fold down when you hit them in the center of a parking lot or whatever. That just took off a huge chunk. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I gotta show you that. I gotta show you that. That is insane. Put that right in the cut. Put that right inside of it. And then it fell out. But you can see, I think you can see. Look at this. That right there. That's in a car tire, man. Tell me car tires aren't made for toughness. Tell me they're not made to be strong. Man, because if your car tire is not strong, you need a new car tire. All the way to the steel belt. All the way to the steel belt. So I hit the steel belt, and you can't even come close to feeling where the connection was. Man, gosh, I love my knives. I love my knives. Oh, Kukri house. All right, well, we started this video by showing you a video. Let's end this video by showing you a video. We are going to use the dbad Mission 3, the Rambo 3, well, yeah, the Rambo 3, and see how it goes. Ugh. It went through this and out the back side. The tip is just protruding from the back. Holy crap. Ugh. You can't make that stuff up. Ugh. All right, so that's a little more than protruding. That's a little more than protruding. That went all the way to the hilt. It's stuck in there. All right. So what I want to do is I want to do a reverse slash because it is a sharpened swedge. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's making these little fine cuts, which if that was skin, I would not want it happening to me. Now we'll turn it around. Pieces just flew. Wow, that was a huge chunk. Whew. Guys, you've seen this thing already go through buffalo horn. You've seen it in my video, my original video testing this thing, what it can do. This is no joke, man. Man, this is no joke. We have knives going through wheelbarrows, knives going through tires, cutting up saddlebags, going through hardwood, just, I mean, emptying water. We cut through a freaking knife. We cut a knife in half. And, man, I'm sweating my nuggets off. So, let's just show you guys what we're looking at here. Oh man, I'm sweating. Look at that pile of destiny. Guys, this is the first 10 of the line. This is the first 10 dbad creations in the Kukri house. And we're only growing. That's it. We're only growing. So the #1 dbad knife right now selling, and it's one of the #1 knives, probably I think all in Nepal that's selling, is where is it? Oh, it's still in the sheath. It's the only one still in the sheath. The Preacher. Let's take it out of the sheath and get you guys a better understanding of what we're looking at here. Man, that is a good looking bunch of how do you do. How do you do? So I need to go oil these so I can keep them fresh and right. Man, guys, tell me if it doesn't get any better than that. All right, so with that being said, that's 10 amazing dbad creations, all made by the same place, same people, the Kukri house, KHUKURI, the Kukri house. I'm going to put the link to the dbad creations down below. So all you have to do is hit that link, and all 10 of these will pop up. Remember, coming soon is going to be the dbad Mission 6, which is the Heartstopper version, my version, which is way better. Also, my Dirk, my Gallo Glass. It's just, the dbad Gallo Glass is going to be amazing. If you've seen already the video of, it says, I think it's called dbad Dirk Knife Review or something like that. That's actually the real name for it is the Highlander's Companion, but people didn't know it by the name, so I just put dbad Dirk. If you've seen that video, you've seen how, I mean, I needed it. I needed that knife. So I went immediately after filming, I designed a new one and sent it to Kukri House, and they were like, yep, we need some more zombie killer knives. It's exactly what they told me. And so that's what we're going to do, some more zombie killer knives. I have a Gladius that I drew up that immediately Kukri House saw the design and just put in big letters, love it. So believe me, that dbad Gladius, whoo-wee, that thing's gonna be a terror. That thing's gonna be terror. Also, I have some other medieval designs that I came up with, plus we still have the rest of the Rambo line. Guys, Kukri House, we're doing some great things. We're doing some great things. Some very, very nice knives are coming out. Very strong. I mean, prove it wrong. I mean, that edge is insane. That is insane. All right, well, that's it for this one. We chopped the knife in half, guys. We chopped the knife in half. First try. Where's the shredder? I am Donnie B all day. Until next video.